All right. Today we are going to look at HTML ordered lists, unordered lists, and description lists. So let's go on. Yeah. So week 2, we have lists, tables, and we have forms. So these are what we are going to learn in this week. And today is Monday. We are going to look at the ordered, unordered lists, and description lists. Right? So this is what we are going to do today. Today is going to be a short video or tutorial, so let's dive in. So when we talk about a list, these are lists. You understand? It helps us to group a set of related items. So if you want to group something, if you have some grocery you are going to buy from the market, you can put them in a list. You understand? So it could be ordered list or unordered list or description lists, right? So let's look at an example of these list elements. First of all, normal list or list item is start with li. That's the default list item. So for instance, let me bring my boilerplate and just change the title, just write list, right? And then I'll add list. Then let's start with list, just a default list, right? So let me just add a comment, list, and make it a comment. How do you make it a comment? Highlight on it, and then control / So now it has become a comment, right? So what do you need to add? Now we are going to focus on your normal list, or you can see default list. You understand? That is a list, right? Default list is start with, or we can say an item, because the list, the unordered list, the lists are inside an unordered list or ordered list, right? So now we add what we call list. So this is just a single list, a default list. You understand? So normally these are all inside an ordered or unordered list. But when you add only a list, what happens? So let's look at this. Let's say it is a list. We are going to add a list and we say mango. Let's see, we have, let me add H4 here, H4 element to be the heading, and we say fruit. So this is the list of our fruits, right? So now let me just put show preview so that we can just see what we are writing here. So this is our fruit that we wrote. That is the head, right? And then we can make this as mango, right? Then we come down, then we change the name as pineapple, right? We come down again, we add something like banana, right? And then we come down again, we add something like apple, right? So now we have a list, that is default list. And when you see the list, nothing is attached to them. It's just a normal list, default list. You understand? But normally, what we use them inside an element called unordered list or ordered list, right? So let's look at ordered or unordered list, right? So unordered list. Let's comment it, right? Then we write in a heading H4 to make sure that what type of list is this. We can say groceries, right? Groceries.
Yeah.
And then groceries, then we change it is for groceries, normally it is an ordered list. and unordered list, we have to first introduce or tell the browser that we want an unordered list. UO stand for unordered list. UL stand for unordered lists. You understand? So it's like unordered, unordered list. So U is unordered, L is list. You understand? So that is how it is. So you can see UL. So now we've tell the browser that we are writing something to do an unordered list. So the browser now knows that we are going to write something as unordered list. But here, the browser only know that we are just writing a list, which doesn't show whether it is unordered or ordered. It's just a default list. But here we are telling the browser that we want an ordered list. So that's why we introduce this. Then inside, we bring all the items, the default list items, right? So you can copy this, right? And then put it inside. So now these are now unordered lists. So now you can see the difference of default list and then unordered list. So when you see this inside a website, you understand that, yeah, because of the bullet points, it is unordered list because it is arranged randomly. You don't know which one are you going to buy first. And for example, if you go to the market, you don't know which one you are going to buy first because it is random.
Yeah.
You can decide to buy apple, pineapple, banana. You understand? So these
Yeah.
are unordered lists, and they are normally with what bullet points. However, inside the unordered list, you can decide to put a list inside a list. You understand? You can put a list inside a list. For instance, now we have this one is called unordered list. So now we are going to put another unordered list inside this list.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand? You can
Yeah.
come down and see, I want to put unordered list again. So now it become a nested list. You understand? So now let me give you an example. You come down and see here, we are going to write nested list of unordered list. You can decide to write it nested list of unordered list or nested list of ordered list. You understand? So it can be that. So let's copy this and put it down there. Now we have this. We are going to, so this is going to be nested list. Nested, maybe let me print nested list of groceries, right? Right. So how can I do that? First of all, we already have our unordered list, right? So I want to add an ordered list inside. Understand? Then I come down and say I want to add all this list again inside. So you see the difference? Can you see the
Why the
difference?
pointing? Yeah.
Because that's why I'm saying this one is an unordered list inside a list. So this one is a nested list. You understand?
Yeah.
So this one is a nested list. And so because this is a list inside a list. That's why we call nested. You understand? So when you see something like this one is the normal list, and this one is nested list because this list is inside another list. How do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's how nested lists also work. So it depends on what you want to buy. Maybe you bought all this, and inside you say, oh, maybe you want to buy something and add inside this. Maybe you can see, you want to add strawberry, right? You want to add something like strawberry, kiwi, and maybe let's make it two of them. We want to add kiwi, strawberry, and kiwi as nested list. I understand. So that is mostly all about the unordered list. Similarly, you can just write the same thing. You can just copy this. We can copy this grocery
Mm.
and see we want to now write here what we call ordered list. Right? And we comment on it. Right? You can just add this. But now, ordered list, what does it have? It had OL instead of UL, it's OL. So here you can just change this L and put O here. Understand? So now we have ordered list. What happens?
Mm.
You see what happens? Because now it is ordered list. So now the browser knows that, oh, now you want ordered lists, not an ordered list. You now want ordered list. So it has to start with 1, 2, 3, 4. Understand?
But
It
so say the
automatically,
first one too, it is an ordered list, but it did not start with 1, 2, 3, 4. The first one fruit, or
which one are you talking about?
the first starting,
This one. And this
or
one is not
default.
is default. There's nothing like here.
Okay, okay.
That's why you see even it's not shifted. You see, it's
Mm.
not shifted. You see, it's like this is normal, like maybe like adding a paragraph, like normal
Okay.
something like that. You see how it is.
Mm.
The same thing. It look like a default, like there's nothing. It doesn't look like a list, but when I write something like that, you don't even understand whether this one is a list because there's
Mm,
no
yeah.
difference between the paragraph and list. You
Yeah.
understand? But when you add UL, which is an ordered list, so the browser knows that you are writing a list.
Mm.
Then this ordered list will know that, oh, I have to add a bullet point to all items. Understand? And now if you say, no, I want ordered list, the browser knows that I have to add 1, 2, and 2, 3 in order to every fruit. Understand? So that's now how you see here it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Here too, you can add an nested too. Right? You can say, okay, OL, and then start again, list. Right? It also will start with 1. You say what again, maybe strawberry again, strawberry, and then what do you add? Maybe kiwi. Understand? So, or maybe you can just say, oh, maybe under this, I've added this. But what about I can stand and copy this and stand in between this list and put this.
Mm.
You understand? So now this is 1, and under this we have another one. 1, 2. And then we continue because 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand? So you can play around, you can play with all this stuff. You can say, oh, I want this to be here, this to be here, this to be here. You understand? But all of this has their own reason or where it should be used. It depends on how you as a developer you want to use it. You
Yeah.
understand? So this one you can say, oh, this one doesn't maybe look nice, but there's another element that you can use to achieve similar things, which we are going to
Mm.
go there, like a description list.
Mm.
You understand? So now these are the lists that we have. We have the default, which normally we don't look at it because normally if it is a list, it has to be under another list or other list, or it is if it is nested list. You understand? And the third list that we have is description list. Description list. So this description list can be used easily to achieve this format. Easily, you understand? So that's why I said every list has the way it can be used. You understand? So this description list. Description list, you first have to tell the browser that you want a description list, right? And description list start with what? DL, right? DL. Write your DL, the description list. And what do you need inside the description list? We need description term, right? So inside you have DT. So you can maybe copy all these DT, maybe let's say 4 times. And inside each of DT, we write DD, description, definition. So for instance, this comes in handy when you are using like a website that you want to define something. You understand? So now you are just telling the brother that you want description list. And inside the description list, you have a term. For instance, you have you want to add a definition of each. Let me see what is happening. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So for instance, if you want to, let's say we are going to Wikipedia, and in this website, we say we want to get a definition of a lot of things, or maybe let's say, for instance, yes, as I use the fruit, or maybe, yeah, as I use the fruit, let me just use the fruit. So I just go inside and see some of the fruits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fruits, right? So here, these are simple fruits, dry fruit, right? So let's say we are looking at this, and then we want to have a definition of all of this, right? So we can say, oh, now we have what we call this, or maybe I want something which is simple. Okay, let's say maybe something like this, tomato. Understand? Let's say we have something like this, a
Mm.
tomato. Maybe let me give you a simple example, like continent. I use like continent.
Mm.
Okay, these are the continent. Like so, we have Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, and Europe. You understand? Australia. So let's say we have this. So we can come here and say, oh, we want to have different continents. So I can say,
Mm.
oh, these are the list of what continents. So I can just add my H4 and say continent, right? And when I look at the continent, I add maybe Asia,
Mm.
maybe maybe Africa, maybe Africa, right? Which one should I add? North American. I'll just go simple. Let's say Australia. Australia. Right. So let's leave it as like this for now. So what do you have now? Look at Asia, Europe, Africa, Australia. Right. So let's say we are in a we are learning something maybe in a class and we want to add a definition of each uh, description term.
Which one? Mm.
Understand? So we can come under it and write what? DG.
DD.
Understand? Description, definition. So we are defining
Okay.
this Asia, right? We are now defining this Asia. So this definition is affecting this. I understand. So you can go there and see what is Asia. You can right click and say, oh, this is the definition of Asia. You can just copy this small text, come here and paste it there. So immediately you paste it, look at what happens. Asia, and we can start. Asia is the largest continent in the world by both land area and population. You understand? We can come down here to the same thing as Europe and say we have our DD. And inside DD, which is the Europe, we can come here, Europe, and we copy what is Europe. We can copy this up to here, paste it, and we have the definition of Europe. Europe is a continent, while Europe is a continent located entirely in the northern hemisphere and mostly in the eastern hemisphere, right? We can come down to Africa and say DD, description list. Where is Africa? Here. You can copy this, right? Copy and come here, paste it. So now also Africa, we have it. And then Australia, you have something like this. Australia seems like it is longer. Understand? I can make it like this. And then come here and say below there, Australia, we have DD with this thing inside. So now we have all of what? The description term and description definition. Understand? So now we have all of what we need. Look at Asia, here's the definition. Europe,
Mm.
here's the definition. Africa, here's the definition. And then Australia, here's the definition. You understand? So this is how you add description list, description term, and description definition. You understand?
Yeah.
So it depends on you how you want to use it
Mm.
inside your website. You understand? So that is all about the list, description list, and other lists. You understand? So let
This
me know
one
if you
is
have any.
too, this one is very short and
It's very
simple.
short and simple.
Mhm.
This one is very short and simple. You see, so in the PDF, it is already there. It's explaining how it is. Look at the DL
Mm.
tag defines the description list. You understand? DT defines the term, meaning the name, like Asia, Africa, Australia. You understand? So it's defining the term. And then the DD is describes each term. Yes, it describes each term. So if you have Africa here, you define it. So if you have any website that you want to be defining things, you can use this.
Is the description.
Yeah, you can use this and you can just use the same description list. You
Mm.
understand? So I think this is just a short tutorial and description list.
Yeah.
Another
So
list and
like
other
how
list.
can you achieve like the one yani the moment you point the cursor on some words when you open the Wikipedia,
Hmm.
is it the moment you point the cursor
This
on then it pop out like
it
this.
pop out like this.
Yeah. How can we achieve that?
Now, for now, it is difficult for you to understand. Now, you are level. Now, this is an hover. We call it hover effect. You understand?
Over
This is
effect.
also part. This is also part of CSS, and
Um,
it also like it depends on where you are going to use, how you are going to use it. You can use this hover effect. You understand?
um,
But it might need a little bit JavaScript.
okay.
You understand? Ah,
Mm,
so sometimes if you hover on it, you want this to show.
mm,
You understand? It
yeah.
looks similar to the way when you hover and I mean like a button. For instance, if I have a button like this, um, or a background like this, something like if I have a, let me see, I have a div, and then inside the div, maybe I have something like a button, and you see, click me. This is what I'm doing. So here you say click me. You see the button here, right? So
Yeah.
inside the button, if I want to add maybe a style CSS like this, I can just add a style and say, oh, I want to have inside there, I want to affect the button and say button and see background color. And I'll say maybe blue. Understand? And I'll say color to the white. Understand? And I see margin maybe 12 pixel. Understand? Then for the radius maybe 5 pixels. Understand this? Then I can just maybe let me add margin top to bring it down. Margin top 10 pixels. Understand? So I'll have something like this.
Mm.
You understand? So when I click on it, I want it to change. You understand? Or
Yeah.
when I hover, when I come closer, I want it to I want the image, the color to change differently. Maybe I can say, oh, let me add what you call hover effect. You understand? Although this is not the topic that we are dealing today, but I just want to show you how it works. You can add maybe a hover effect. Hover effect, we take the same element. You understand?
Okay.
This select, we are selecting this. So we see button, then we bring column, and you see hover, meaning we are adding what? This hover is affecting this button. Then we
Mm.
add a different background color. Different background color. We can make it, let's say, this color. So it means that hover is affecting this. So when I hover onto the background should change to this color.
Mm.
So when I come here,
Yeah, okay.
you understand? So that is what CSS is. When I come closer, it's the
It
same. So this is the
changed.
same thing that they are also achieved. So when you come closer here, it pop
Mm.
up this.
It's purple.
You understand? So that is what we normally call hover effect. And you can
Mm.
achieve it using CSS and JavaScript. So you are not there, so you have to take it step at a time. Make sure
Yeah.
you understand the previous one before
Yeah. I
jumping.
was curious, like when you pointed, it just pop out like that. So how are they doing it? That's
Yeah,
why.
that's it.
Mhm.
Mm. So when I come closer, you see, look at the color, the text is white, but when I hover, you see the text is changed to black.
Mm.
You see, the background changes and the color also changes. Background change, color also changes. Or I can make it bigger. I will say, oh, change the padding. The padding was 12 here. So I can see change the padding to 40. So when I come here, you see, look at it, it, it increase.
Interesting.
You see, it increase. I can just change it 20. See,
It become bigger.
and it's come bigger. Understand? So these are all part of CSS. When you reach there, you will definitely understand it a little uh, more. But I think today we don't have anything much. And then this is just for today. It will even give you a lot of time to focus on the assignment or I mean the project. I
Okay.
understand. So when you can use that time to just start creating the project. Yeah, make
Okay.
sure you follow all the steps and then everything will be easier for you.
Okay.
So if you don't understand anything, you can just test me and you understand.
Okay.
Mm. Okay, so I think today is done. Tomorrow we look at the tables and then the next we look at the forms.
Time.
Mm. So at the end, you look at the student registration form
Mm.
and how you build a student registration form.
Registration form. Okay.
Right. Well, first of all, just finish with this project and
Mm.
then Okay, let me show you how, after you finish, how you can share the project with me, because
Okay.
maybe you might not understand. For instance, you've done your project. Let's say this is your project, right?
Yeah.
This is your project. This is the name. You
Mm.
already know where you save this, right?
Yeah.
Even if you don't know, you can just put your mouse here and look at the path down there, the one which is showing. You see that it starts from C,
Mm.
users, HP, download, personal bio, and index. So it means that this is where I can find my file, my
Mm.
folder. You understand? You already know where you save it, so you can go there. Or if you don't know, just right click here and copy the path.
Yeah.
This is a path. Copy the path, copy path. You
Mm.
copy it and then go inside your file. You can just go anywhere. Maybe just say you are here. You can just put it here, paste it here. You understand? But when you paste it here, don't just click enter. You have to remove this index.html because it is an executable file, which when you click, it will open directly. So we just clear this and leave this so that you'll be inside the the personal bio folder.
Mm. Mm.
You understand? So now you are inside the personal bio folder. If you want to go back, you can just go back. So here is the personal download. So you can go back to download. It means that inside the download, we have our personal bio folder. When we're going to go inside, we click here. We have it here. So it means that you are going to send me your what? Your folder, not the file. You're not going to send me this. And because if you send me this, maybe there's a lot of different file here or folder here.
Mm.
If you send only this, I wouldn't see the other ones.
Okay.
And so you have to send the main folder. So
Mm.
this is the main folder, right? So you right
Yeah.
click on the main folder and then go here. You can just come here, you see compress to. You see,
Mm.
just open are you following?
Yeah, I'm following.
Nice. Okay. You open compress tool, and then what do
Compressed.
you have to do? You can choose which one is you have. Which one do you have on your PC?
Uh, Let me open it. See?
Because 7Z file, normally we install it, and this one I think is the winner. Well, normally the one we don't normally install is the zip file. I understand. It normally comes with Windows. So when you go under compress tool, you will see zip file.
Um, I'll do right click, right?
Yeah,
This
just
is
right click on the folder that you want to send to me. Like this is the folder. You right
okay.
click, make sure you right click, and then compress to.
Let me see. Compress. Mine is not showing.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Make sure you make sure this one is tick. You are on it. If you just go here and do like this, it will not show like this. This is wrong. You've not selected it. You make sure you selected it. It shows that it has marked. Then you right click. You see compress to.
Send to sort of
What?
compress folder. I have to enter send to, then compress zip folder.
Yeah, compress zip
Yeah.
folder.
Then it's become Bluetooth device.
So
Mail
here,
recipient.
look at mine. Mine is zip file, right?
Yeah.
So here, if I click on this, look at what happened. You see the same file, but it will create what you call dot zip. Is it the
Dot.
same?
No, it's not the same. Let me show it to you.
Okay, show your screen. Let me see.
Something like that. I came here to
Yeah,
say
1 minute. 1 minute. I'm not seeing your screen. Okay. So
like
go
I
there.
come here,
Okay, right click.
right click.
Okay, now wait,
What is
wait, let
good?
me wait now. For now, wait, let me check this thing. Okay, yeah, in the right path, send to, okay.
Send to
Like
then this is
compress it,
yeah.
compress it, click on it.
Okay.
You
It
understand?
should
It's there. So now you can just either you want to rename it or you just leave it like that. You understand? So now it has compressed to a zip file. You
if I
understand? So
want to
that
rename it again, then I'll change the name.
you
But
can
if
just
I
change the
don't want
name.
to, I can leave it just
You
like
can leave
that.
it just like that. Yeah. So now your file has become a zip file. So if you
Mm,
look at here, you see that it is saying compressed zipped.
mm,
You understand? It means that it has been compressed now.
mm,
You understand?
yeah.
So now it has compressed now. So when you look at it, you see it is saying .zip. You understand? Because yours, you didn't open, I think the extension is not added, so you don't see this, but it's the same thing. Look at when I stand here, look at the tooltip that is there, the description there. It is saying type, compress, zipped. You see?
Yeah.
So that is how you compress your. If someone say, "Oh, send me your folder," you just don't send the folder like this. You first
Mm,
have to compress the folder
press.
to a zip file, or
Mm,
so when it becomes a zip, it is easier. And look at the size.
mm,
It is 1.10, right?
yeah.
So look at this size,
Okay. It reduces the size.
2.19. You understand?
Mm,
So now this one is smaller. You understand? But when you send
yeah.
to the person and the person open it, the person will see that the file is what? 2.19.
Okay.
So that's normally what you need when you are sending a file. Don't just send this, make it a full zipped and send it. So now you can just send this one. How can you
Mm,
send it? You can just go to your Gmail, right?
mm,
Let's see, you are going inside your Gmail. And then let's say you are inside your Gmail, you just go to compose, right? Compose. And then when you are in the compose, you can just write the email. I'll give you the email you can send to me. And maybe let's say you are going to send to, let's say, info at c4wdesign.com. It means send to this, right? It means send to info at c4wdesign, right? Then you write
yeah.
your subject. Subject means the project name, right?
Mm,
Project, project, maybe you can say project one. And what is maybe, you can just write maybe personal bio, maybe personal bio, right?
mm,
Project one, personal bio. I understand. And then you can just type anything that, oh, this maybe hello sir, something like this. I'm coming. Hello sir. The folder or maybe the file attached is my personal bio project. I understand. Maybe let's say something like that. And then you write your name, blah 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 blah, or something your name, and then you're finished. So how can you attach the file?
mm,
I understand. Now you've written the message. Now you are now going
mm,
to attach the file, right? So
yeah.
now this is normally what? where we attach the files,
Touch.
so attach files. You understand? But if it were
Mm.
a link that you're going to send me a link, you can just go here, look, insert
Mm.
link. But because it is a file, you come here, attach file. You click on it, it will open your computer for you, right? Now you go
Yeah.
inside your what, where you save your this thing, the folder, the file, right? Now
Mm.
which one are you sending? You see it is here,
Yeah.
zip. You make sure it is the zip one, compressed one. You click on it, then you select open. Now it is what? Attach. Personal bio zip. So it is attached. Then now you send.
Mm.
Now I've sent. Now it is gone. Right? So now it
Yeah.
is gone. So for instance, if the person want to view the message, you come here and you see the file as zipped. So now you
Mm.
send me, now it has come to me. Let's see, for instance. Now I can open it and find personal zip file. It is zip. So I can just click on it and then I find the zip file. Or I can just download directly from here. Click on download and then I'll download it to my computer. You see save and then it will save here. And I look at it, say, oh, this is your file. Open. So when I'm going to open it, I can just write because you've zipped it. Now I have to also unzip it. You understand?
Okay.
When you were sending me, you zipped it, meaning you close it inside the what? Inside the something, let's say inside the box. You've closed it.
Mm.
So when I'm going to also open it, I have to open it, I have to open the box. Like if
Mm.
someone sends you an email or a message, and a physical message like this, you have to open it, right?
Yeah.
So this is the same thing. Now I have to open it. So I can just right click because it is a zip. I have to right click and say extract all.
Mm.
Understand? Or if I have this application, I can say extract the file. So if I extract the file, it will tell me to where I want to put the file. I just say, just put it here in the same place. Then it will come. Now it is a file. Now look at 2.19. You understand? But when you were sending, look at the what it was, what 1.10K.
1.2. Mm.
Now when I open it, now it is what 2.19. So now I also receive the same thing that you send me without any alteration, without any
Mm.
infection. So mostly we put this thing inside to protect it so that there's no any um, attack on the file before it
Mm.
reaches you. You understand? So now you've zipped the file. So look at the
Mm.
zip here. You see a zip here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It means I've zipped the file. I've locked the file. So when now it is open, you understand? So that is
Yeah.
how you can send me any file that maybe you completed your assignment or project. You can just use that and send it to me. And in a daily life, mostly that is what we normally do. You want to send any
Mm.
file, you just zip it. There are different ways you can do it. Some people uses what we call WinRAR. WinRAR is also like the same thing as zip. You
Mm.
understand? There are some people use you call 7-zip. Understand? Like this, if I right click on it and I want to compress, you see because I have those software installed, you see 7Z file zip. That's the 7-zip.
Mm.
You understand? Or WinRAR. I can just go here and say I want to add this to an archive. So it will turn into this kind of folder. So I can just click here and just say OK. So now you see it has turned into this. So this is a WinRAR archive. Understand? So we have zip and this is what RAR. So meaning dot RAR means WinRAR. And I can just go the same thing and say, oh, I don't want WinRAR. I want to uh, compress it or I want to compress it to 7-zip.
Mm.
It also had give me this
This one.
zip file. So this also is 7.7Z, 7-zip. This is a zip. It's a WinRAR. So we have different depending on the one you want to use. I understand. So that is how it looks.
Okay.
Let me delete them because they are just for example sake. Okay, so that is how you can zip the file and send it to anyone you want. Understand?
Okay.
Okay. I think let's call it a day, and then when we meet on Wednesday, we shall look at tables. Understand? Because tables too are very important in website design. Understand? So let me highlight this and say we've finished with this. So I will be expecting your project. I hope
Okay.
you I hope you do a good job and make sure you arrange the code very well. I understand.
Okay.
Because I have this in that you also understand that this is what you are going to you have the checklist. Let me see, where's the checklist? I think this is the last time I showed you how the checklist works. You understand? So it's the same thing. First of all, this is the week one project, personal by web page. You understand? So I will look at all this. So put it in your mind. Like I will look at the doc type, HTML. Though definitely these are just a normal thing that immediately use boilerplate to appear. So maybe this one you can just get it correct. Now look at the proper use of headings in paragraph. The paragraph and the heading you use, how consistent it is. Use heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. You understand? In that order. I don't want you to use heading 1 and some place use the same heading but you use it heading 4. And it should be consistent. You understand? And here image, I'll look at whether image is added with correct file path. You understand? Because even without correct file path, the image will not show. And then at least you have to add one working link. You can add many, as I show you in that example of the hobby. And so you can add a lot of them. Maybe this is your hobby, you can add a link to it. Or maybe this is the name of your school, and you can add a link to the school so that when someone clicks, you will see the university of your school. You understand? And make sure their code are clean and readable. I understand. So I'll give you the points based on this. We'll look at the structure and the correctness, and look at the content completeness, file organization, and then the code cleanness. So based on that first project, you get 10 points if everything is clear and correct.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I will leave you for now, and then we shall meet on Wednesday. All right?
Inshallah. Yeah.
So,
Thank you for today's lessons.
okay, you're welcome.
Mm. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you.